Hey guys, it's me, and today I thought I would do a tutorial on how I make my kimbap. Every single time I post a picture of my kimbap on any of my social media sites, somebody is asking me how I make it. So I thought I would just really quickly throw together a tutorial for you. So if you're interested in seeing how I made this, then just keep watching. Starting with the ingredients, you'll need some sliced cooked carrots. I like to cook my carrots until they're tender on the stovetop, basically just in a steamer basket in a pot of hot water. Then you'll need some sliced fried egg, basically just sliced the same way you slice all the other ingredients. Imitation crab meat sliced up as well. You can substitute this out if you're not a fan. Some sliced pickled radish. And then some blanched spinach with a little bit of salt in it. Basically, you're just going to throw that spinach in boiling water just for a few seconds, pull it out, and squeeze out all the water. After that, you'll need some roasted seaweed sheets, or nori, whatever you'd like to call it, to wrap your rolls. And then some steamed white rice. I like to use a few ingredients in my rice, make sure to kind of give it a little bit of sweet flavor. I will leave those ingredients underneath this video if you're interested, but you can also use just plain white rice as well. So now that you have all of your ingredients and you're ready to go, I like to get a sheet of wax paper to do my rolling. I really tried hard to use a rolling mat for those of you who like using rolling mats, but I just could not. I don't like rolling mats. At least for kimbap, I don't need them. I don't like them. I think a sheet of wax paper works perfectly fine, and I will show you that. Like I mentioned, I do like to add a vinegar and sugar mixture to my white rice. I think it makes it just a little bit stickier, and also it gives it a nice sweet taste to the kimbap. A lot of people do it this way, but some people just use white rice by itself. So I don't like to use a ton of it. I just kind of, I don't know, I pour some in as I go, and I figure out what consistency and what taste I like. And yeah, so I will leave those ingredients, like I said, underneath this video for those of you who are interested in that. Now moving on to rolling your kimbap. So first you're going to place your nori sheet shiny side down on your mat or your wax paper, whatever you're using to roll with. And you're also going to want to make sure that the lines are going away from you so that they're parallel to you, not horizontal to you. If you can see, there's lines kind of, I don't know if you can see them, but there's darker lines, and in my opinion that makes it easier to roll. The seaweed doesn't break as easily, that kind of thing. I'm not sure if that's something that everyone does, but I definitely do that. So after that, you're going to layer your white rice mixture or your plain white rice onto your seaweed. Now I like to do a very even, not a ton, but not super thin amount of rice, and then I like to put it all over the seaweed until I reach about 1 inch to 2 inches away from the edge up top. Next, start laying all your ingredients in the middle of your rice. It doesn't really matter what order you put all these ingredients in, they're all going in your belly, so don't worry about that. But I try to just make sure that they are neatly in a nice pile so they wrap and roll a little bit easier. Like I mentioned before, you can always substitute the imitation crab meat out if that's not something you like. I've made kimbap with a fried tuna, which was really, really good. Or you can make it with bulgogi, or you can make it with ham, or you can make it with fish cakes. I really wish I would have had fish cake, but I could not find it in any of the stores that I visited. But yeah, so just pile everything in the center of the rice, and yeah. After you're done with that, place your thumbs underneath the edge of the roll and just start wrapping as tightly as possible and gently with medium pressure over all of your ingredients, and wrap all the way up until you reach the end of the roll, while again applying even pressure to kind of squeeze in all those ingredients and to make a nice tight roll. As you can see, I didn't even really need my wax paper. The wax paper is just for just in case if there's rice everywhere and it gets sticky on my hands and stuff gets getting caught. But again, the mat for me just gets in the way. Some people don't have the issue, but I do. Next, I'm taking some water. I can even use some rice to put in there, but I'm just taking a little bit of water to wet between the edge to kind of seal off the entire roll so it just sits there nicely. Now if you have breaking happening in your roll, or it's just not rolling right, maybe use less rice or a thinner layer of rice. That's always an issue if you kind of make them too big. As you can see, I had a little bit of a rice mess, but my roll was nicely wrapped. After your roll is done, take a very sharp knife, maybe wet it with a little bit of water so it doesn't stick to the seaweed, and just start slicing your rolls up. I like to do about 1 inch to 1.5 inch width. I like them a little bit bigger just because they're a heartier, warmer, I don't know, roll in my opinion. And then yeah, slice them up, dish them up on a plate, and enjoy. So there you have it, guys. There is how I make my kimbap. As always, with any recipe online these days, there are so many different variations and techniques you can use to make this same exact dish. I like it this way though. This is the way that is easiest for me, and my family really enjoys it. So thank you for watching as always. If you like tutorials like this or you like my food videos, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, comment below, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you guys all later. Bye.